Officer Robinson, do we have any of our clergy on the phone?
All right, let's see who we got.
I'm trying, oh, I see Miss Birch. Let me let her in.
All right, I let her in. I got her in. Let's see.
Okay. I didn't see any of our clergy, but I just wanted to make sure I wasn't missing anyone.
Oh, I don't see 36.
Hello, Commissioner Birch. I see you're on.
Looks like she's trying to connect, Miss Kim.
Oh, okay.
Connecting to audio.
Okay, let me click back over. Okay.
Hopefully she remembered to connect the audio.
Right, because I see the video, but I don't see her audio. Well, it is like 7 after, so we're going to go ahead and get started. We're going to call the meeting to order. It is now 6:07. The roll call, we have myself, President Kim Jackson, 11th Precinct Police Community Relation Council. I see our treasurer, Mr. Leon Wires, on the phone as well. Let's see. Unfortunately, I have to keep pulling up. I don't see Dorna, and I don't see a sergeant at arms. So those couple of people are missing for this evening. Do we have anyone on the phone that would like to do a prayer or reflection this evening? Do I have any hands up?
Madam President, can you hear me?
Oh, I can hear you. Is this Dr. Moore?
This is Dr. Moore. I'm a clergy and I'm your sergeant of arms.
There you go. I didn't see your name, but there's your number, 033. Good evening, and thank you for joining my sergeant at arms. Would you like to open us up in prayer tonight?
Yes, I'll be delighted. Okay, Father God, as we come before your divine presence, Father God, we give you thanks, praise, glory, and honor. Father God, we ask that you will bless the 11th Precinct, the whole Detroit Police Department. We ask that you will bless the 11th Precinct. We ask that you will bless all of the officers, our president, Madam Kim Jackson, and all of the officers, all of the members that are on this call, Father God. We ask that you will protect them, that you will protect them from all danger, harm, seen and unseen, from COVID-19 and the variants. Father God, we ask that your presence will be in this meeting. And Father God, we ask that this will be a good meeting, a productive meeting, and a meeting which we can glean from and be blessed from. And Father God, for this, we give you thanks and glory for all things. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Thank you so much for that. And I hope you'll stay on for the meeting if you feel good.
I will.
Oh, good. Okay, thank you. Okay, so I have a brief president's report. I'm going to get to all of my officials and our council people and commissioners in a moment. But at this time, I would like to thank Commissioner Birch, who donated 2 gift cards from Myers to National Night Out. Thank you so much for that, Commissioner. We really appreciate it, and the families that got them appreciate them as well. So thank you so much for that. Also coming up on August 14th, they are having the Rib and Soul Fest. This year, or if you want, they're gonna be leaving from the Samaritan Center. The meeting time is going to be 9:30 to 10 a.m., and they're going to leave at 10:30 to get down to Hart Plaza by 11 o'clock. So from 11 to 5, it is free. You can contact Veronica. Her number is 313-914-9567. And just in case I missed anything, Dr. Moore, did I miss anything? Did I cover it all?
Yes, you did cover it all. I think they were saying that you had to be a senior, at least 50 years of age and older.
Okay, yep, I didn't see that part, so thank you so much for that. And then we did have National Night Out, and that was Tuesday, August the 3rd, and it turned out fabulous. The weather was decent. I mean, it wasn't too bad. The weather was nice. We had a nice crowd. We went to the end. I believe it was from 3 to 8. We went to the very end. Just to say it was a wonder event. The 11th Precinct did an awesome job as usual. Officer Robin was recognized for all his dedication and his hard work. So thank you so much for all you do, including putting this meeting together for me every month. So I appreciate everything you do, and so does the community and also our city council. So thank you, D-Rob, for everything that you do. At this time, we're going to get into our police report. Captain, do you have anything you would like to share with us? I didn't see Commander on, so I'm going to take it you may be running the show tonight.
So, you know what? She insisted that she would come on. She's going to be a little late because of another meeting. She's going to come on and just give an overview and a few statistics. But I do want to say to everyone that attends the meeting, thank you all for taking time out of your busy schedules to come on and speak with us and interact with us. We really, really appreciate you. And we could not do it without this wonderful and dedicated community. So thank you all for what you do. I truly do appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you. Commissioner Birch, are you available? Can you hear us?
I can hear you, but I can't see you, so that's fine. As long as you can hear me, I can hear you, Ms. Jackson.
I can hear you quite well. You want to go ahead and open us up and give us some updates?
Oh, well, if you want me to start off, that would be no problem. This is quite a bit. So everybody, first of all, I want to thank Captain Blackwell and First Assistant Chief Medicine, Sergeant Spruce, Officer Nichols, I believe it was NPO Williams. They came to the event of Neighborhood Day at Dan Butler Park on this past Saturday. It was a very nice event, not too many people, but our purpose was to bring our law enforcement together to have a break and have fun. So we did a relay, not running, but walking around the Dan Butler Park, walking path. And so we had the sheriff department was there, the Detroit Engine House 56 was there, and DPD was there. So they split off everybody, and some citizens joined in with them. And it was just a beautiful affair. And we also honored former police commissioner a memorial dedicating the Dan Butler Park, not Dan Butler Park, excuse me, the Dan Butler Park walking path in his honor. So it's renamed the Derek Sanders walking path. So that permanently it will be installed later, but we gave the temporary plaque to Mrs. Sanders, who came down with her family, and we had a marvelous time. Coney Island supplied hot dogs. Dale Newberry and Lionel Harris had a big cooler. So our whole day was simply beautiful, and a shout out to DJ Mello. He was awesome in playing, and the porta john was provided by Michigan Playgrounds, as Fred Schaefer. And to thank Tim Carl for the beautiful flowers that are in our new containers at the park entrance, Miss Jackson and everybody. It was such a nice, like I said, I think Deborah Davis, she marked down every vendor. It's too many for me to name all those vendors that came in. Everything was free. Everything was just good weather. Everybody was happy. And we did, my dear captain over there at Kimberly, she was out there doing a hustle and told me, I thought, the feet ain't finna line up in a hustle today. I'm doing good to walk.
You're out there.
Oh, yeah, it was fun, you know. Amanda Hope came out there. I didn't know who she was. She looked so pretty because when officers do not have on their attire, you really can't see what they look like, right? So she was all pretty. Her hair was beautiful, and she you know, blinked at me and everything. I said, okay, I do know you. But again, a good crowd. Regina, Miss Boyce donated tiger paraphernalia. We had about 12 different banners out there that supported the event. Luther Keith came by. He made his speech, and naturally he put me on camera. I be on camera so much, you all, that I don't get to see it. But everybody will come back and say, I saw you on so-and-so, but I don't have to see it. I just want Jesus to see it. Okay? That's one thing, Ms. Jackson. The other thing is that I did find Dr. Grenade Dutton. She's alive and well.
Good, because I didn't get a call back. So thank you for that, Commissioner.
She's alive and well. And I told her, look, girl, I was getting ready to send the real FBI to find out.
Right.
Yes. And so, you know, she called. That's why I couldn't get back on this thing. Because she called, and I said, so anyway, she's okay, except for the Bigfoot. She did have a fall. And, but anyway,
okay.
We're going to get back on track with our fire hydrant project. Remember that, Ms. Jackson?
Absolutely.
So we're going to get back on that. And then the case with the gas stations, that's all going good. Those companies and gas stations that entered the contest, they have a banner from Arise Detroit that they're going to post on their building. So we're very, very happy about this whole outcome of District 3 to respect and love where you live. Bottom line, you either join us or you get out. That's just how business merch is. You either join the cause for good or just say bye. That makes sense, Ms. Jackson. Any questions? I think that's it.
That's all for you?
I think so. If anybody else can think of anything, Captain Blackwell, Sergeant Spruce, can you think of anything?
Sergeant Spruce is not on. He had to work a detail. Right. I see Pastor Griffin's trying to get in.
Well, Pastor Griffin was there.
I think I just let her in.
Well, we just let her in, Commissioner. But I do want to say that Saturday, I totally enjoyed myself. As you indicated, the DJ was wonderful. It was good to see folks from the community. We had a nice brisk walk around that beautiful walkway. The park is beautiful. And thank you for having us. We had great giveaways. So thank you for that.
Well, thank you so much for sharing.
Thank you.
Dr. Griffin knows everything too, Ms. Jackson.
Okay, that sounds good. And were you on the phone, Commissioner, when I thank you for the gift cards that you donated to National Night Out? Thank you so much. The families love them dearly. So we appreciate you and all that you do for us. So thanks.
You're quite welcome. If
Pastor
you do
Griffin,
need some water, Ms. Jackson, the officers, if they need water, I have access to that.
Oh, awesome. Okay.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Just let me know, Captain Blackwell.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Has Pastor Griffin joined us?
Yes, ma'am.
Hello, good evening. How are you?
Good evening. How are you all? How's everyone?
Wonderful, wonderful. Wanted to know if you had any news to share with us. We missed your last couple of meetings. Or at least I did.
Well, I do. We have a vaccine clinic at Pilgrim Baptist Church every Wednesday from 12 noon to 4 p.m. Also, we're still distributing food every Thursday from 9 in the morning to 11 in the morning. That's at 18474 Binder, right off of Ryan Road and Grittsdale.
Grittsdale. Okay. Awesome. Thank you so much. You said that's Thursday from 9 to 11, correct?
Yes, Thursdays
Okay.
for the food distribution, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m.
Yes. Okay. Thank you so much for that, Pastor Griffin, and thank you for all that you do in the community as well. I know I appreciate it and I know the commander and the captain appreciate you as well. So thank you so much.
Thank you,
Welcome.
Pastor Griffin.
Hi, Captain Blackwell.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Okay, let's see. I also have on here Mr. Stokes. He is the president over citywide police community relations. Good evening, Mr. Stokes, and how are you?
Good evening, Madam Chair. Captain Blackwell, good evening.
Hello, Mr. Stokes. Good evening, sir.
Good to see you.
You too, sir.
I usually get on here and thank the officers for their good work, but I'm gonna switch it up today. And I'm gonna thank the community for their hard work and what they do to assist the officers and make this 11th Precinct Community Relations what it is. So
Yes,
I thank you all for your support and continue to do what you do over there. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Excuse me,
Thank
Madam
you.
Chair. Commissioner, did you have
Yes.
something, ma'am?
Yes, I thank you. She didn't hear me, but I was trying to say I wanted to give a shout out to my fellow colleagues from the Board of Police Commissioners that came for the memorial, Ms. Jackson, and to the audience. There were about 4 of them that showed up to recognize Mr. Sanders, who had passed away. And so, like I said, the whole event was to love on one another and to support his family. And I just wanted the commissioners that came, I want to say thank you without mentioning all of their names. But one person is Miss Teresa Blossom. She's like our public relations lady, and she does a marvelous job in getting good news out to the public about the police commissioners. So thank you, Ms. Jackson. Thank you, Captain Bagwell, for allowing me to speak.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Sorry about that. I didn't hear you or see your hand, so I'm just trying to juggle this phone here. I'm so used to, just looking at the big screen, so I apologize for that.
Okay.
We also have, is Keith Williams on the phone. Mr. Williams, are you available? I see you're on. You might need to unmute yourself. You have a report you'd like to share with us?
Yes, how you doing?
I'm great, sir. How are you?
I'm doing good. I bring greetings from my boss, Raphael Washington. We've been in the 11th Precinct trying to assist DPD with the quality of life issues. And I want to give you our report. This report is more, we went in 12th Precinct and we did what we did in 12th Precinct. But in 11th, we did a heck of a marvelous job. And I want to thank DPD for working with us, the community to work with us. And so I'm going to give you this report. Okay. 14 vehicles were tagged abandoned, 15 verbal warnings related to ABA abandoned to the owners. Owners agreed to take care of the issues versus being tagged and towed. 2 vehicles were impounded. 1 assist DPD related to a shooting and a homicide in a working zone. Suspect had fled on foot, so all units were looking for that potential suspect, and the suspect has not been found yet. Okay, 71 traffic stops took place, 50 citations were issued, 25 verbal warnings related to traffic stops were given, 9 arrests. And that's my report. If anybody got any questions, you see we did one. We see we were in there, we was trying to take care of business, and we was well received in the community too. They was happy to see us.
You were with us, what, for 2 weeks?
2 weeks. We will be back.
Awesome.
We're going to be back in another 30 to 45 days.
Appreciate you. Great work. Great work. I really appreciate that. Awesome report.
So if anybody
Anything else you like?
if the captains, if they need this report, I can email it to them, or you can email it to Ms. Jackson. I sent it to you too.
Okay, I can share with them. Matter of fact, I'll probably just share with them just so they'll have it anyhow. So I'll make sure that they get it.
We appreciate you. Thank you, Keith.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. We have Mr. Martin. Are you available?
Good evening, everyone. How are you?
Good. How are you tonight?
I'm doing great. Got a little information I wanted to share. On August 4th, the Chief Judge, William McConaughey, issued a press release, and I just want to read a few excerpts from it relating to the eviction moratorium. Late on August 4th, the 36th District Court was informed that the CDC has reclassified Wayne County as an area under threat of substantial community transmission of COVID-19. As a result, both Wayne County and the city of Detroit now will fall under the umbrella of the CDC's eviction moratorium. So we have an extension until the first part of October as of now. Effective immediately, no residential evictions will proceed for non-payment of rent in the entire city of Detroit. While the CDC order references the COVID-19 infection rates of the different counties, the city of Detroit has the largest infection rate in this area and is the largest city in Wayne County and in the state of Michigan. While there's been some confusion regarding the transmission levels and whether the eviction moratorium applied to Wayne County, it is clear that the new eviction moratorium was intended to protect the citizens of Detroit and Wayne County. The judge wanted to thank Congresswoman Rashida Tlaib for her leadership in this issue because conflicting guidance was going around and it created a lot of confusion throughout the city. And if not for her efforts, it'd be unclear how many Detroiters would have been facing imminent eviction from their homes immediately. The data provided in the CDC's order shows strong correlation between high eviction rates in socially vulnerable areas and elevated community transmission of COVID-19. This current eviction moratorium is forecast to save an untold number of lives by ensuring that residents can remain in their homes as the Delta variant continues to rapidly spread throughout the nation. That is the conclusion of his release, but I want to stress, and I cannot be more clear and more just serious about this issue. Anyone facing eviction for lack of payment, funds are available. I will provide the information in the chat room. The SEER program has a lot of money and they just want to give it away. You have to apply. You have to be vigilant. You have to ask questions. If you are put on hold, stay on hold. If you have to call back, call back. The money is there. And it's for past due rent, it's for future rent, it's for utilities. It's also for landlords as well, because landlords have a problem collecting rent, and sometimes they are in the actual stages of losing their property because of lack of payment and or taxes and so on and so forth. So this money is available, it is there. I will put this information, I will give it to you now, but I'll put it in the chat room as well. Detroit Eviction Helpline, the phone number is 866-313-2520. Once again, the Detroit Eviction Helpline is 866-313-2520. The website will be www.detroitevictionhelp.com. Once again, I'll put it in the chat room, but I can't stress this enough. The funds are there. They had over $100 million allocated to this, and there's a lot of money still available So people should take advantage of this because there's help.
Thank you so much. Appreciate that update. And if there's anything I can send out or you need me to send out, I will be so happy to work with you on this, because this is a hard pill to swallow here. So I'll be more than happy to do whatever I can.
It definitely is.
Okay. Thank you so much. Appreciate that.
Ms. Jackson, are we taking questions from him or on the chat?
Yes, we definitely can. I can't, unless I'm just doing something wrong, I can't see any hands up. So if you see them, Captain, please grab them.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, Commissioner, you have a question for Mr. Merton?
Yes, I do.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Captain. And I'm sorry she can't see me. But thank you so much. I wanted to ask the gentleman that works with Mr. Judge McConaughey, correct?
Yes.
With him. Okay, sir, from way last month, I'm Commissioner Shirley Birch. I wish you would get my number from Captain Blackwell, because I've been trying to reach Judge McConaughey through our secretary of the board and have not been successful for a whole month. So by me saying this on the air, sir, would you please ask him to call me regarding DeQuinta Street?
Absolutely.
Because his parents lived on DeQuinta.
Well, let me give you a little background. The chief lived on DeQuinta and I lived on St. Albert. And I will make sure that he gets it. I will hand him your number directly.
That's what I'm saying. Now, you said it, everybody, you heard this gentleman.
You got my word. You got my word. He will call you he'll call you tomorrow.
That's very good. I'm free tomorrow, just not at 1 o'clock, but that's good. If he'll call me, I just want to share good things that he can help with. And since you talked about eviction, Mr. McConaughey can help people get through the red tape of the water issue if they've been flooded out twice. And, it's like a whole circle of this and that. Is Mr. Judge McConaughey able to assist people that have been flooded twice with this water? Is that something he can do too?
I will ask him. I'm not going to speak for the judge, but he will do everything in his power to help the citizens of the Coney Gardens area as well as the city of Detroit. The judge has been very active.
If you know about St. Albert, you know about Lumpkin.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Right, well, we need to talk, sir. You can call me too. I'll talk to you too. Okay.
And I'm gonna say this over the air as well. My mother's sister founded the Barksdale Funeral Home. So
get out of here.
I've known you for quite some time. Mrs. Benson always speaks highly of you. And
what's your name again?
My name is Merlin Martin.
I know you.
Oh, like absolutely.
You've been around a while. You got to know Shirley.
Absolutely. Your brother worked for us for quite a while.
Yes. Please get the number, like I said, Captain Blackwell. She keeps me locked in. That's my little anchor lady over there.
Oh, okay. You have my word. I just wanted to say that, not to drop a name, but to let you know that I will follow through with this, and the judge will be calling you. I will see to it.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Mr. Merlin, I'm going to send you her number, her cell phone number right now through the chat. If you could just monitor, that'd be awesome.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Martin. Appreciate the update. Captain, do you see any other hands up? Are we good? I don't want to fly past anybody.
Nope, we're good. Thank you.
Okay, let's go. Our next person, I see Beverly Hilton is on. Hello, Beverly. How are you?
I'm well. How's everybody?
Awesome. Good to see you, and thank you for attending.
Thank you for having me. So am I able to say a few words now, or we're just doing introductions?
You can say your few words now.
Please.
Or however many you want.
Please help us help our taxpayers that could possibly be going into foreclosure. We have so many programs here at the Wayne County Treasurer's Office, and no one in the Wayne County should be losing their property to taxes. Their property foreclosed should not get foreclosed because of them not paying their bill. Too many programs, too many services. If you are having something in your community, please let us know so we can come set up an information table. We have door hangers. If any of you want to get them and walk your community and leave them on the doorsteps, because I say foreclosure is Detroit's best kept secret. No one tells you they're in trouble sometimes until it's too late. And we haven't foreclosed in 2 years. We still have a lot of people that haven't gotten into a payment plan, and we need your help in finding out who they are. And normally I start out bringing you greetings on behalf of our Wayne County Treasurer, Eric Sabri, but I've been talking about this all day, and he talks about so many other things, but this is my passion. This is my responsibility, is to reach out to as many community groups, organizations, associations, sororities, fraternities. It doesn't matter what group, when, where, we will come. It's so very important. Your churches. I get calls every day where someone is getting ready to get put out. We have programs, the hand groups, we have the hands group. We have millions of dollars for people that are getting ready to be evicted because of non-payment of rent. So we have those programs. Have you had the hands group come on and talk about?
I haven't. I have not.
Okay, well, I
And
will
that's
see if they can come on your next meeting, because they will talk about their program, how much money is available, what the process is for them to apply. If there's any landlords, and Mr. Stokes talks about this all the time, he is a landlord. And if you are a landlord and your tenant hasn't paid their rent, then the landlord can also apply. However, the tenant does have a portion on the application that they have to fill out. But we're here to be of service to you. There's so many great programs. And actually, maybe next month, Mr. Sabri can come back and just for the group, so he can talk about all the other things that he usually includes. But mine is help us help you. Please let us know if you're doing anything. He comes on calm, collected. He talks about everything. This is my passion. If you saw the people come in here crying, I had a grown man crying because he lost his property, and I think it was probably less than $1,000, because it wasn't a lot. It wasn't enough for him to lose, because he said, well, I'll do it next month. And the next month became the next month. And the same thing with a vacant lot. And hers was only $400, and she just didn't pay it. I'll pay it next time. And next time, this year we foreclosed on unoccupied property and vacant lots that had not been paid. So we never know. We never know when that's going to happen. So I just encourage everyone, please reach out to our office. I'm getting ready to put the information into the chat. Kind of had a hard time getting on this time. This is the first time it took me so long to get on. As you know, I usually get on earlier. And we also have agencies that are working with us and that are going out. They'll be going and knocking on doors. And so they'll be knocking on doors to share with residents that are going to be foreclosed, and let them know the programs and services that are available. And we'll provide you with a list as well. If the 11th precinct wanted to organize and walk around the 11th precinct, we would be able to assist you in doing that. Matter of fact, I think that would be a great community service and outreach program.
I would like that as well. Maybe I can get with Commander and with the captain and see if that's something that we can do, because I would love to do that, especially if there's help out there, and some people just don't know that there's help out there, and unless you say something to them. So I would be more than happy to take a day off of work and just spend the day doing that.
And it doesn't have to be all day. It could be for a few hours. It could be, well, it's getting dark a little earlier now, but it could be 4 to 6 time, just to get out and knock on doors and let people know that we're here to keep them from losing their property. Many people don't know. We have grandparents whose children and grandchildren are living there and haven't paid taxes. So I just, again, want to bring you greetings on behalf of our Wayne County Treasurer and encourage all of you all to let us know when you're having something so that we can come out to your community meetings. National Night Out, we just rode around different places and had different people dropping off information. So whatever it is, it doesn't matter. Birthday party, block club, doesn't matter. We'll come.
Okay.
So.
Okay, I see Pastor Griffin has her hand up. Hi, Pastor, you have a question?
Yes, well, I had a comment as well. I wanted to thank the treasurer as well as Beverlyn for bringing this information. And I wanted to say for the 11th precinct, if any of you know anyone who is delinquent or is forfeiting in taxes, property taxes, they can also come to Pilgrim Baptist Church on Thursdays from 9 to 11 in the morning, or Wednesday from 12 noon to 4, and we'll help them reach out to the treasurer and get a payment plan, especially for them, so they can keep their property. So just send them on the Pilgrim too. And
Thank
we'll
you,
be happy
Dr.
to help.
Griffin. Can you inbox me that, Dr. Griffin, and the address and everything, and I can add that to my presentation, please?
Yes, I will.
As I talk to other precincts.
Yes, sure
Ms.
will.
Jackson, thank you. Thank you, Pastor. Ms. Jackson, Ms. Hilton.
Yes.
Commissioner has a question.
Yes,
Yes,
okay, I want to say hello, Beverlyn. How are you?
Hey, Commissioner, how are you?
I'm good. I want to reach out to you and ask you this question. Are you, with all that you do with houses, is there something, do you have any kind of responsibility towards landlords? Now, let me finish, Beverly. In other words, when a landlord is renting their home and that homeowner that's renting it is not a good neighbor, is there anything that you could do to help them, teach them how to really have a nice home? It used to be that Mayor Duggan had a program where you would have to keep your property, that landlord would have to keep the property up to a certain standard to blend into the community. Is that program still going on? Because it's like some landlords just get the money and they don't care what kind of renters they have. Is there anything that you all can do to make them more responsible to blend in with the community? That's my question, Beverly.
I'm so glad you asked that question, Ms. Birch. There's not, the Wayne County Treasurer's Office doesn't address that, but the city of Detroit certainly does. And I think I know you know Mr. Bell, who's over Buildings and Safety and Engineering Division. And any landlord should be registering their property with the city of Detroit if they're renting it out. And that is the department. Matter of fact, I went online for a person today addressing the same concern that you are. They're taking his money. And there's so many things that he said he was going to fix that they did not fix. Toilet not working, leaky faucets, things like that. And he is a little afraid. However, I told him, if you don't do it, let someone else do it for you. But call the city of Detroit Buildings and Safety Department. And what Buildings and Safety will do, they send an inspector out. They write up the landlord, and the landlord has a specific time that he has to bring those, whatever the items are, into compliance. And so, Ms. Birch, what I'll do is I'm going to go on BC, I'll go on their website, and then I will put the information in the chat for everyone. Also, I don't want to forget, ask the treasurer, please save the date, August the 18th. I'll send that to you, Kim, so you can send it out to everyone. We are having a conversation with the treasurer, and it's going to be on August 18th at 6 o'clock. So anyone that has any questions or concerns can get on that call with the treasurer. And even though it's early, I just want you to save the date. November 18th will be our 5th annual Veterans Resource Fair. So I know the police are always recruiting, and we are going to set it up a little differently this year. For those of you that might have been on the call, you will be able to actually set up a vendor booth virtual. So that's the route that we're going right now. So you all would be able to, Captain Blackwell would be able to set up a virtual recruitment booth online for this virtual resource fair. So we will be reaching out.
Yes,
I'll
ma'am.
make sure that I have someone send it to the person that's handling the vendors. Lieutenant Governor Garland Gilchrist has confirmed for us that he's going to be our keynote speaker. And it's just a great time. The call ended last year. We were on the call for 2 hours and not one person got off for 2 solid hours. It was just informational packed session. So join us on the 18th and of course in November, and I'll have, I'm sure, a lot in between. So thank you so much for giving me this time. Thank you, Pastor Griffin. I saw where you put the information in the chat.
Thank you.
And Beverly, I
Yes,
also
ma'am.
bring up to you regarding the houses that sometimes are boarded up, and Mr. Sabrina, he doesn't have anything to do with that either. This all building and safety, where we have a lot of homes that could be repaired, and how do they get that out where they would become available for people to buy, but not have to pay the whole price? If the owners are not keeping it up, who's going to make them responsible to either sell it, but don't leave it as an eyesore? And there's one particular place, Beverly, on 6 Mile in DeQuinta. It's an old Kentucky Fried building, and it's been looking ugly in that location forever. We found out, I'm saying, when we did our beautification, that who's responsible? That building and safety, that they find out.
They're ultimately responsible, but we do have the environmental affairs officers that can write tickets. Is that right, Captain Blackwell?
That is correct. Absolutely. The NPO officers are responsible.
So, you know, my experience when I worked in the mayor's office and we were, they gave us authorization to be able to write tickets then, and we would write tickets on those kind of situations, and then buildings and safety, and then of course, our environmental officers from the police department and the environmental officers with buildings and safety would take it from there. But yes, we can make a landlord clean up his property now.
Well,
Absolutely.
We need to Detroit, because when we started our beautification project, the question that we asked that particular person that owned or ran the building, we simply asked this, Beverly, and everybody, wherever you live, and I didn't ask them their address, I just said, whatever city you live in, does the gas station or does the business look like this where you're working? And they had to be honest and say no. I said, okay, then treat our city just like you treat where you live. And he agreed. That's why we had people to really buy into the project, because we're really retraining people, Beverly, and everybody, clean up where you are. And guess what? The United States Postal Service, I mean, I called the Postmaster General, so very kind people. And they agreed with what we were saying, that why are we looking this way? We represent the United States of America, the postal, and they're going to landscape. All it takes is all of us working together in District 3, that's where we're starting, and clean up, beautify, and that deters some of the crime, because then that criminal will say, hey, these people care. So this is how we got them involved, Beverly. People have got to work together and put our signs of respect and love where you live. You understand what I'm saying, Beverly?
I agree with you wholeheartedly. You're absolutely right. I think one of my pet peeves is people pulling up off the expressway to a stop sign and throwing off their trash. Stop sign. So you're right.
Yeah.
I'm sure it looks like I saw Captain Blackwell writing something down, so she probably wrote down that address to look into it. But if you email me, you know, I'll be happy to. And I know you know Mr. Bell, Miss Birch. You know everyone, so
I know him. Yes, I do.
Okay.
right. Just call Mr. Bell as well.
Thank you both.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Commissioner.
You're muted,
We
Kim.
can't hear. We can't.
I apologize. I'm just speaking on the other line. I got the commissioner on speaker. I was speaking to her. I apologize.
Oh, okay.
Okay. We see, hi, Commander, how are you this evening?
I'm wonderful. How's everyone tonight?
Good. You got a report for us?
Sure, I do. So I know they are probably tired of me saying this, but it's true. Our numbers as relates to the 11th precinct, we are performing well. We had ComStat today, and they have something new that's called the performance report card. And I'm happy to report that the categories that was on the report card for today was non-fatal shooting, closure rate, body worn camera compliance, and what's the third? Go in my brain and get it. It'll come to me. But overall, 11th precinct is number 2. Compared to all of the other precincts. So I'm always happy to report, that we are performing well. I know that as relates to, the crime and the things that, you as citizens are experiencing, you may not think that, but we are doing everything that we can. And we are consistently, the 11th precinct, always performing high above the standards. When I come on here, I just always want you to know how we are performing, and we appreciate all of the hard work that the men and women at the 11th precinct do, because we, the captain and myself, we don't do this by ourselves. We are the managers of it. However, we have men and women at our precinct who consistently just dedicate so much of their time, to make sure that the 11th precinct is performing well. So they always say leadership starts at the top, and the captain and myself dedicate everything that we can. And we try to give the officers and let them know that we care about them, because a lot of times it's all about how you make a person feel, and everything starts with relationships. So, we recognize that the officers at the 11th precinct are our biggest stakeholders, point blank in the period. And we treat them and value them as such. So, our NPOs and the leadership under the leadership of Sergeant Spruce, they get it done all the time. They go over and beyond. So I know I brag about the officers all the time, but you don't know what they really go through. You don't understand the look on their face when I have to tell an officer on a Thursday that on Friday he's got to, work 7 p.m. to 3 a.m. the entire weekend. But because we're good to them, all we get is, not a problem, Commander, we got it. So they're dedicated, they're out there, and we're doing the best we can with the resources that we have.
Thank you, Commander.
Have any questions? No questions?
Do I see?
All right.
No, I can't believe. Pastor Griffin, I see your hand up. Is that for now, or was that for your previous question?
No, I was trying to get it up for Commander. Hello, Commander Slappy.
Good evening, ma'am. How are you?
Good evening. Thank you. I know you couldn't think of the other areas, but my question to you is, who's number 1?
7th precinct. And so, 7th precinct are our district partner. And it's always consistent that between us and them, we take such very good care of each other, that we both do well. You heard me talk last year how we finished as a precinct, number 1 with non-fatal shootings, homicides, and a non-fatal shooting closure rate. Well, the precinct that finished number 2 in the non-fatal shooting closure rate was the 7th precinct. So they were number 1. I called him on my way here to congratulate him, and Commander Giaquinto and Captain Petty. You know, we're great partners as it relates to us, the 7th and 11th district. So, yeah, but don't worry, we coming from.
Okay. So that's Commander, I call him GQ. Is that GQ?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
That's GQ.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's GQ.
All right. Thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am.
Do we have any other questions for the commander?
Kim, what was
Yes.
the third? I'm sorry, Captain Blackwell, Kim Blackwell.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Third, no, that's okay. What was the category? I know we had non-fatal shooter closure rate, body worn camera compliance, and it was one more
It was
on the
body
report card.
cameras. We were lowest with accidents, officer accidents, and one more. The other one was, oh my goodness, because you asked me, Commander. You got
I know, right?
Yeah.
But it doesn't, I mean, but overall, we're doing great. So always like to report that.
That's
Doug, it
always
looks like you
awesome
have
to
a
hear.
flower on top of your head.
Commander, you have a question? Commissioner?
Yeah.
Good evening, Commander Slappy. I wanted to bring this to your attention, and then maybe you can inquire to tell me to go back and tell Reverend McBride is the vice president of the Yonka Norwood Block Club. Okay, he's had several concerns about the school, that school over there off of Outer Drive and Yonka. I think it's called Dove. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Dove Academy. Do you know about that area and the problems they have? That's my question.
I have not personally spoken to anyone from Dove Academy. They have not reached out to me to set up a meeting.
I wasn't saying the school code. No, I'm saying from Sergeant Spruce, your officers. I don't mean for you to say Dove Academy. The school is closed. I'm asking you, have you had a report from your officers what's going on in that area?
I'm stating, ma'am, that no, I have not, nor has Sergeant Spruce or anyone brought it to our attention that there are issues in that particular area. But if you have someone we can speak to, we'll definitely reach out to them and see what their concern is.
I can ask Reverend McBride to give you all a call.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It looked like Pat Holmes has a question.
Yes, good evening. Captain, I'm sorry, Commander Slappy, I'll talk to you offline. The president of Yonka Norwood Black Club.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
So, and let me ask this question, because I know I give my number, everyone should have my number, and I do call myself answering the phone at all times. So if anyone has concerns, I can tell you, you know, like I said, I always give my number out. I'm sure everyone has the captain's number. So if anyone has concerns, please feel free to give me a phone call. I'll give it out right now if anyone is ready to copy. It's 313-410-5533.
Hello.
Pat,
I'm sorry.
Pat, did you have another question?
Yes, may I also have Captain Blackwell?
Yes, you may. Yes, ma'am. It is 313-570-2724.
Okay, thank you, ladies.
You're very, very welcome.
Any other questions?
We have any other questions for the commander or captain at this time? If not, we'll move on.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Appreciate you for joining us tonight. I see Mr. Lionel Williams with DPSDC. Did I get it right this time?
DPSCD, Detroit Public Schools Community
Why do I want to?
District.
Why do I screw that up? I always want to make it DC. Okay, thank you. How are you this evening?
I am great. Greetings, 11th Precinct and District 3 resident. I just have a few quick announcements. We are getting ready for school. We are so excited to get back to school face to face. Per the CDC recommendation, we will wear masks when we get back to school. That will be those vaccinated and those unvaccinated. So all staff, all children will be have masks on. We have spent $363 million from COVID money, making sure that the schools are safe to return. So we'll make sure that we are cleaning classrooms, cleaning restrooms. We're making sure that we have reduced class size. We have added more employees. So we're making sure that it's very safe to return to school in September. We have an enrollment box for DPSCD at the Samaritan Center. So if you know any family that is looking to enroll in school, they could come to the Samaritan Center and get a packet, or they can attend our Back to School Expo, which is August 28th at East English Village High School. It will start at 10 a.m. We will have vaccination information. We will have enrollment information. There'll be principals there. We will have free food and free giveaways. And we still have our Summer on the Block, which is every Thursday from 1 to 3. We will be at Karsten's August 12th. That's the old Remus Robinson. We will be there for 1 to 3. On August 19th, we will be at Ronald Brown on East Otter Drive from 1 to 3. And on August 26th, we will be at Osborne High School for 1 to 3. So on Summer on the Block, we come up, we pull up with the food truck. We have giveaways. We have our ambassadors there. So just engaging the community about the school district and appreciation for the community for all their support. And also, we're at the Eastern Market every Saturday and Sunday on Shed 4. So if you're at the Eastern Market, you can stop by. I'll be at the Shed as well from 1 to 4. So we're giving away water bottles. We're giving away keychains. We're giving away information for the district. So we're just all excited about coming back face to face. And I know Commander Slappy had a question about the green light. So I did take that to my supervisor. So she is going to talk to the deputy for schools, because we have our own police department. So she's going to engage with them about the possibility of working together to try to make that happen. So I
appreciate that. Thank you so much. That would be awesome.
Yeah, I didn't forget. So we are in process of engaging with our police department and see how we could work together.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
No problem.
A couple of questions for you, Lionel. So you're down at the Shed 4 from 1 to 4, Saturday and Sunday. How long is that for?
It's from 10 to 4, and we'll be there at least till school starts. So all the rest of the month of August, we'll be there.
Okay.
Yeah.
And school starts when?
September 6th, after Labor Day.
Okay.
You know.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
I see we have a question, Pastor Griffin.
Yes, thanks for taking my question. I have several members who are very concerned because of the variant and the Delta variant and the other variant about being sending their children in school. Are you having virtual learning available?
There will be a virtual school. So any parent has an option of sending their student to school face-to-face or attending the virtual school. But there'll just be one big virtual school. It won't be like last year where every school had virtual and they went with their teacher that they had face-to-face. it'll just be one teacher for first grade, one teacher for second grade, and so on. But you do have the option to attend virtual school.
Oh, that's great information because the parents were saying that there weren't going to be any virtual school at all. So how can I get that information to them
If they go
regarding
on
the
our
virtual school?
Yeah, if they go on our website, I'm going to put my cell number. They can either call me or they can go on the website, DetroitK12.org. And under the enrollment, we'll update that with the virtual school and how to enroll. And they will take the same classes as the students that are face-to-face.
Wonderful. Now, one of them have a Montessori school. Will that be incorporated in the virtual school as well?
Yeah, all curriculums, all anybody that's in regular school, we have special needs class. We'll offer everything that we offer face-to-face, we'll offer it virtually as well.
That is wonderful to hear. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Lionel, for the update as always. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
I did receive an email. There will be a Farwell Recreation Advisory Council meeting, and that is going to be on Saturday, August 21st at 1 o'clock, and the keynote speaker will be Mayor Mike Duggan. So I did receive that. That is Saturday, August 21st at 1 o'clock, and of course that will be at Farwell Recreational Center. Pat Holmes, I know a lot of times you have some updates to provide. Is there anything you wanted to provide us this evening? Is Pat still there with us?
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, there you go. Do you have any updates? I know a lot of times you do have updates within the community or your block club. Is there anything you'd like to share with us?
No, you just stated about the meeting that's going to be held Saturday, August 21st at Farwell.
Okay. All right. Just wanted to make sure I got you in.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Lois Moore, do you have anything you'd like to share with us regarding the community garden or anything else that's going on in the area that you'd like for us to know about?
I'm sorry, I was just talking to the principal at Dove Academy. She just happened to call, but there's a new principal over there now. But I'm sure they're doing a walk. Her whole staff is doing a walk August the 24th. I think it's at 3 o'clock, and they are going to be walking throughout the neighborhood at the Farwell, within the Farwell Community Association blocks from Yonkers, Norwood to Binder. So Wexford is included in that. And the garden, as far as the garden is concerned, it is open. It's a lot of vegetables up there that need to be picked, so you can help yourself and come at any time. We're just asking you, if you see trash on there, to put it up in the garbage, but there is a lot. We haven't been too active in there because of the, it's been hot, and we don't have the capacity of people that are coming to help us. A couple of years ago, we had Motown Mission, and they had people from all over the country helping us. It was a grant that we got, but the community is kind of lax about coming up and helping, pulling and planting, but they do come and harvest up there. So if anybody who wants to come and get huge beets and tomatoes, they are welcome to come.
Awesome. Thank you. Now, you said that walk is August 24th
yes,
at 3 o'clock?
Yeah, I think but I think the principal at the academy will be sending out a notice to, I guess, the police officers to let them know when it's going to be, what time. But I'll make sure she sends you a flyer, and I'll contact the police department too, because I'm sure they might need some kind of help, controlling the traffic or something. I'm not sure, but they're going to walk from Norwood to the garden. They wanted to go into Farwell Recreation Center so they can send children up there, but because of the COVID, it's not open.
Okay.
Okay.
Awesome. Anything else? We good?
Captain Blackwell,
Yes, ma'am.
would you ask Ms. Jackson? I have a couple of announcements.
Okay,
Go ahead.
Jackson?
Yep, you can go ahead, Commissioner.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to share at the Belmont Shopping Center on the parking lot by Rite Aid. They don't have like a specific time, but there's a prayer group under the leadership of Evangelist Darrell that's open for anybody that wish to have prayer. And also, we've reached out to all of the law enforcement that the markets that are our partners of CUP, their lots are available to recruit anytime they wish. And I wanted to give a shout out to Precinct 2, Precinct 8, that's Mountsie and Patterson, that they were a part of the Neighborhood Day banner, showing that the market and the customers and the police work together as far as doing little events. Recruiting is always necessary and always needed. So I wanted the public to know that those two announcements. Ms. Jackson, thank you.
Okay. Yep, thank you. Is there anyone else that I missed on the call? I caught myself trying to scroll, but if I missed anyone, can you please raise your hand or speak up if you have an announcement or if I missed you all together? I do want to give you a heads up is the 4 gas stations that we picked, I have to say, I believe 3 were all in compliance. They did their 30-day follow-up. We had one that we are going to follow back up with within the next 30 days to make sure he's up in compliance. And once that he's done, we're going to pick another 4. But this is what I'm going to ask you to do because I don't want to be the one to pick the next 4. If there is a gas station or a party store around you that may be suspect, please let me know the address, where it's located, and then I will get that added to our list. So please feel free to reach out to me. I'm going to turn in this information. I want to do it by Friday. So if I don't hear from you by Friday, I'm going to submit 4 more. But I would like your input as the community because you guys are out there just as much as I am. So please share that information with me before Friday so that I'll be able to turn that information in. And I see Mr. Lee Johnson has his hand up. Hello, how are you?
Good evening. Thank you, Ms. Jackson. Good evening, everyone. My name is Lee Johnson. I am new to the family of Detroit. I am the deputy manager for District 3, and I work alongside my amazing partner, Kiana Sessoms, who is the district manager for District 3. And so I just wanted to come on here first and foremost just to say it is a blessing to be here. It's a blessing to be a part of this great city. I had a great time over the weekend. I had a chance to meet Commissioner Birch, as well as Captain Blackwell. And so it is an honor to be here. I have a lot of respect for what you all do. And so, yeah, only got a couple updates. And so we have a District 3 meeting that's going to be held on August 24th. And I'm going to leave both my information as well as Kiana's information. So feel free to reach out to us as well. And I can share that Zoom link with you. But that's going to be Tuesday, August 24th. And that's going to be from 5 to 6 p.m. And so on that call, it's going to be very important to anyone that's interested in the ARPA funds, which are the American Rescue Plan funds that we're going to be dispersing of having, any type of vocal, inclusion on that. Any questions you got, we'll have all the people there. So you'll be able to reach out and ask any questions and be able to get a viable answer for that, which I know a lot of people, including myself, very interested to see how that's going to play out for our city. Secondly, I do have some information as it regards to FEMA. There are 4 ways for you to apply for assistance. That first way is going to be online at disasterassistance.gov. Again, that's disasterassistance.gov. The second one is going to be via the FEMA mobile app that you can find via Google Store or via Apple Store. The third, you're able to call the FEMA helpline, and that number is 800-621-3362. And again, that's the FEMA helpline number at 800-621-3362. And fourthly, it is the in-person at the disaster recovery centers that we have available. That is going to be 7 days a week. They're available right now from 7 to 7. So for a lot of people, which, I know I've been seeing, and probably you are as well, who apply for FEMA, but for whatever reason, they end up getting a denial. And if you like me, you get a denial, you're like, oh man, it's over with. Right. But in fact, that's just the beginning of the conversation. And so we are urging anyone has gotten a denial letter, please go physically to these recovery centers. They are waiting for you. That first center is going to be Go Lightly Career Technical Center, and that's located at 900 Dickerson Avenue. And again, I'm going to leave my information as well as Kayana. So feel free to reach out to me via phone, email, whatever. We pretty much answer both. And so again, that first center is going to be Go Lightly Career Technical Center, and that's at 900 Dickerson Avenue. And then that second site is going to be Kemeny Recreation Center, and that's going to be at 2260 South 4th Street. All right. And so with that, there are some, overarching guidelines that I just kind of wanted to give some context to the whole FEMA situation. Still, a lot of ambiguousness to the whole thing and open-endedness, but there are some staples that they've given us. And so just want to kind of communicate those things to you guys in my due diligence. The first point, and there are 5 of them. The first point is that this event, this FEMA assistance only covers the storm event from June 25th and 26th. Okay, so that's the first thing, is that it only covers that first storm. That was what is how we actually got the declaration for a disaster, and that's what that disaster is earmarked for. So again, that's a very important piece, because I see some people, I've been talking to residents who have been applying for some of the other flooding that may have incurred. And unfortunately, that FEMA assistance is only for the disaster, which are federal funds. Secondly, the emergency assistance covers only what is needed to make your home safe and livable. It's not going to restore all your losses. And so that's another expectation just to have with the FEMA, is that, okay, if I'm applying to get assistance, I can kind of manage my expectations and knowing that I may not get the full amount back. However, my house will be safe and livable, and it's going to, restore those viable losses, which, include typically are your furnace, your water heater, and things of that nature. The fourth point in that whole outline is something that we kind of already went over. I kind of touched on it a couple minutes ago, but the denial letters are not final. So they're just may just need the, it may mean, can't talk tonight, that you just need to submit additional information. And so when you come down to these centers, they're going to ask you for that additional information. And so they're ready and they're willing to work with those denial letters. That's a large part of why they are there. And the FEMA application deadline is September 13th. Okay, September 13th. And so that's the last time that you can, actually apply for those FEMA funds. And so that's pretty much all I have. I'm excited to be a part, excited to work with you all. I've met some of you all, but to many of you all, I'm just now meeting. And so hello. If you need anything, please reach out to me. And I'm going to leave both my information as well as Kayana's information there in the chat. And so Kayana's email is going to be Sessoms, KSESSOMSK @DetroitMI.gov. And her number is 313-338-4041. My email, I can be reached at Johnson, LE @DetroitMI.gov. Again, that's Johnson, letter L, letter E, @DetroitMI.gov. And my number is 313-236-3504. And again, that's 236-3504. And I'm also going to leave that information in the chat.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that. Appreciate that information.
My pleasure, Ms. Jackson. Pleasure to meet you.
As well. Thank you. Okay, do we have any other questions or concerns? Any other hands up? Did I miss anybody? Do you have any announcements you would like to share?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, the commissioner would like to speak again, Ms. Jackson. Okay.
Yes, Commissioner.
Johnson for coming out to the event on Saturday, and we won't ever forget your name because of Ernest Johnson. I wanted to also share that, Ms. Jackson, when you mentioned about the gas stations that you all have selected, could you like share so we'll know if these are gas stations on our list to know if they're in compliance? I don't think we ever did that.
Can we do what? I'm kind of hearing bits and pieces of your conversation. You want to share the information?
You mentioned about the gas stations that you all had identified to see if they were in compliance. I said, do you know the gas stations that are in our contest?
No, I don't know the gas stations that are in your contest because I haven't been heard, but I did share the 4 that we were taking a look at because they were right all along 7 Mile. So we haven't done anything past the 4 that we did on 7 Mile, but I'm not sure about the ones that you were working with.
Right, could you send that to give it through, however, email it to me so we can see if these are the same gas stations so we don't be duplicating, because the ones that's in our program, they seem to be in compliance, but we don't know that because we don't know who you have. So could you send your list?
Well, yeah, I did mention the 4 that we had. We started with the one on 7 Mile, that Cardone one. We had the one at 7 Mile in DeQuinder. And we had the 2 over there by Persian High School off of 7 Mile and Ryan.
I never heard that, Ms. Jackson. I don't know where I didn't hear that. So I don't know why, because we broadcasted all who we had. So could you send, however, give it to Captain Blackwell so we can be on the same accord, and I'll let you know the gas stations we have. How about that? Can we go through Captain Blackwell?
To stay safe.
That's not a problem at all.
No problem. Okay.
Thank you, Captain.
Thank you. Okay. Thank you, Ms. Jackson.
Yep, absolutely. Are there any other questions or concerns that we have? I'm scrolling through and I don't see any hands up. Now, I do have, let me get them here. I do have 3 sets of baseball tickets. And we just kind of randomly picked names because we had to do a little different tonight, as you know, as I am not at the station. So what's going to happen? Now, here's the deal. If you don't want the tickets, let us know that you don't want the tickets so that we can share them or give them to someone else. We did the raffle last month and there were quite a few tickets left over. So if you're not going to come and get the tickets or you don't want the tickets, it's okay. Just let us know because there are other people in the community that do want them. So I just want to make sure that, everybody gets a fair shot. So we're going to pick Miss Green. Are you still on our call? Carolyn Green? Okay, we have a Philip Allen. Are you still on the call?
Yes, I am.
Would you like, and these tickets are all for Sunday, August 15th at a 1:10 game. Would you like tickets to the Tigers game?
August, I would love to have them, but I have to decline. I have to work that day. But I thank you.
Okay, that's fine. Appreciate it.
Thank you as
we
well.
Have a Mary, no problem at all. We have a Mary Ann Wyndham. Are you still on the call?
Yes, I am.
Would you like tickets to the Tigers game on Sunday?
Yes, I would. Thank you so much.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that I drop these tickets off at the up at the station, and probably any time after 9 or 10 o'clock tomorrow, you should let me put this back. Let me email you to let you know when I drop them off. It will be sometime in the morning, and then I'll let you know, hey, come and you can grab your ticket.
Thank you. Much appreciated.
Absolutely.
And
Now,
thanks also to all of you, especially our officers, for all that you do.
Thank you, Ms. Wyndham.
Well, I'm
Thank
waiting.
you, ma'am. We
on,
appreciate it.
He's, Tuesday is Bible study, so
Okay.
he's doing Bible study
okay,
right now. But
okay. Okay, so now we had one set of tickets turned down, and these tickets that was accepted by Mary Ann Wyndham comes from Councilman Scott Benson. I also have tickets that came from Commissioner Martha G. Scott for Sunday, August 15th. So here's what's going to happen. I have two sets of tickets left, a set of tickets from Commissioner Martha G. Scott and another set from Councilman Benson. If anyone would like these two tickets, if you want to raise your hand, and you can pick up these tickets from the station as well. And this is for the Sunday game at 1:10. If you don't want to, maybe somebody in the community can use them or in your block club. So let me know. I see Pastor Griffin. Would you like a set of tickets?
Absolutely.
You got them, my dear. I will make sure they get off at the station for you. And I have your name here, and I'm going to make sure your name get put on the ticket so they'll know that these belong to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yep, absolutely. And I have one more set. Does anybody else would like a set of tickets for Sunday's game? Share them with your block club. Okay, going once.
I'll take them. I have some community people that would be ecstatic. The young man that I wasn't able to go, and the young man that used the tickets I won at the last meeting was so excited. Okay. He took his dad, who was a Tiger fan. So yes, I know people in the community that definitely would appreciate going. If
okay,
no one else
and I will make, yes, and no one else has raised their hand. So your name goes on that a set of tickets from Councilman Scott Benson, and that's Sunday, August 15th at 1:10 as well. And I will make sure once that's up to the station, I'll send you an email just to let you know they're there, and you can pick them up anytime you like.
Pastor Griffin, would you get my tickets, please?
Sure.
When you pick up yours, would you get mine? Thank you so much. I love you.
Okay. Well, thank you guys so much. I appreciate that. And I'll make sure these get up to the station, and I'll have everything all labeled. Do we have any questions or concerns? Any other questions or concerns? If we don't have any other questions, no other concerns, it is now 7:28, and we are going to adjourn the meeting. We are a half hour early, which is a rarity, but I say let's take it as we can get it. I appreciate you all, and we will see you all next month at the September 14th meeting. Anything happens in between, you guys are more than welcome to send me an email, and I'll do whatever I can to try to help you out.
Stay safe.
Have
Good
a
meeting, Kim.
Thank you all. Thank you,
Yes.
Ms. Jackson.
Thank you.
Take care.
Thank you, and everybody be safe.
Take care, everyone.